You're a nurse practitioner?
Yes,
What's
sir.
the difference between that and a nurse?
Well, I actually can prescribe medications and I work alongside a physician.
They brought me in here because of the side effects of not having an autism advocate. And also the side effects of long-term abuse. And the side effects of a non-functional healthcare and judicial system.
I could agree with that.
Most people do agree with that. People have agreed with that in every hospital that I've been in. And a lot of police officers have agreed with me as well.
Okay. Well, they didn't just pick you up because you were having those thoughts. Was somebody concerned about something? Can you tell me?
I was hungry. I went to the mission to get some food. The fact is, when somebody wants their life to end, there is always a reason, and a mental health check is not the reason. It's because there are actual problems. Most of the time it's long-term physical and emotional abuse, or long-term trauma that is unchecked. Medications don't fix that trauma. I'm a burden on society, and I don't want to be. My best friend was murdered, and the fact is that she shouldn't have been murdered. The guy who killed her didn't murder her. Her family murdered her. She was suicidal long before Joseph Lopez ever shot her in the head. Her dad raped her repeatedly. He had her selling drugs and had her down in places where little girls should not have been.
I'm sorry.
We didn't become friends until she was an adult. But I knew who she was long before that. Her name was Natalie Bollinger.
Was that around here? Are you from around this area?
No, ma'am.
No, okay. I'm sorry, that's awful. So horrible.
I try telling people what's going on in good confidence. But I don't have confidence in the judicial system, and I don't have confidence in the healthcare system. I need an autism advocate. I need to be put into long-term placement, and I need to be left there for the rest of my life, so that if I make friends, they can't get taken from me.
Okay. Have you ever been in a facility before?
I've been in lots of facilities, ma'am.
Okay.
My parents couldn't stay off the cocaine, so I went into the
State care?
the system when I was 4.
Okay.
I was abused as all hell in the system. I was raped the first time when I was 7. I might have been 6. I was molested before that, but it was different. It's different being molested because you don't really know what's going on, especially at that age.
Can you tell me, have you been sick? Has there been any illness? Have you been...
I've been fighting a long battle against the medical system and the police system. After my best friend was killed, that changed.
Sure.
I stopped being the good guy and started playing the bad guy. Every time someone played the victim, I pretended to be the predator. If that's what they really want, I tried to give it to them. The problem is the police won't take me. I tell on the predators and nobody cares. They pretend I'm schizophrenic. Without looking at the evidence, I got a whole bag full of evidence out there, and there are bags of evidence elsewhere that have been stolen, including by law enforcement, because of the things that they've done to me. There are actual problems that I have that I need help with, which means I need an autism advocate, not a mental health facility like this. If I'm going to be put in a facility, I need to be put in there long term. A place like this doesn't help because you'll throw me right back onto the streets. I don't need to be put on the streets.
Where are you from?
A little bit everywhere. I was born in Scotts Bluff, October 18th, 1980.
So have you ever been on medications before?
Yes, ma'am, I grew up on medications.
Okay.
People in the system are medicated at 13 times the rate of people who are not in the system. Many of those medications are administered at levels that are considered too dangerous for adults. I was a guinea pig, ma'am.
Okay.
I'm stressed out right now. When I'm not stressed out, I can perform and function like a regular human being, and you can't tell the difference.
What's got you stressed out right now?
The 3 years of hell that I've been through, and the trauma I endured before that, and the fact that I've had to break the law to try to force someone to take a look at what's going on.
Break the law in what way?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
I lost all of my loved ones over a panic attack.
Do you have any family or anybody around here?
Not anymore.
Okay. Well, my
Today
job,
ended that.
sir, is to make sure medically there's nothing wrong with you that prevents us from sending you to inpatient treatment. So that requires some blood work, some urinalysis. That's
I'm
good.
used to that. Bring in the whiz quiz.
Okay. Okay. And then once
You cannot inject me with anything. You will see adverse reactions that I cannot control, so don't do it. I'm warning you now.
Nope, I don't plan
Don't
on
seclude
injecting you
me.
with anything as long as you're cooperative.
If you
You're
seclude,
not violent. As long as you're no harm to my staff, then there's no reason for us to inject anything.
the only way to make me a harm to your staff is to inject me with something, so we're good on that.
Okay, perfect.
The last few places that I was at, they injected me with drugs for no good reason, and they never should have.
I'm sorry.
You know, you be as sorry as you want. It's still traumatic, and it's still part of why I'm here.
Are you hungry? Can I get you food? What can I get you?
Yes, ma'am, that's what I was doing at the mission, was waiting on food.
Okay, well, I'll get you something to eat while you're here, sir. Have you ever been over to our inpatient facility before?
No, ma'am, what do they do there?
So there's a process here. I'll have the nurses explain it to you a little bit. They make you go into some clothing to make sure you don't have anything that will harm yourself. And then you kind of go over to what we call our West unit. And you'll be seen by some counselors, hopefully be provided some resources, and be seen probably not till morning by one of the psychologists.
I don't need resources because I can't handle the processes of trying to get them.
Okay.
I need a caseworker and an autism advocate.
Okay. And that's things that they can help work on for you, as well as work on getting you long-term treatment if that's what you're looking for. Okay?
It's what I need, ma'am.
Okay. Well, we'll help you, and I'll sure do my best to get you what you need, okay? If there's anything you need from me, though, please just let the nurses know. I'll have them
There
bring
is
you
something I need from you.
Sure.
I need you to get a hold of Alicia Bollinger and let her know you got me locked up.
Is that a family member or a friend or?
It's someone who hates me. It's the sister of my friend who was killed.
Oh, well, I don't think that's necessary to get them involved at this point then.
It's important for her to know that I can't hurt her because I'm locked up, so she can stop pretending.
All right, honey. Well, I'll have the nurses see what they can do for you.
You can have the police do it.